What's up everyone, and welcome back to the channel. Today, we're diving deep into one of the hottest IPOs of the year, Figma, ticker symbol FIG. This design software company just hit the public markets with a bang, and the initial reaction has been, well, let's just say it was explosive. If you're in the tech world, you've probably heard of Figma. They've completely changed how designers, product managers, and developers work together. But now that they're a public company, the big question is Figma stock a buy? We're going to break down everything you need to know, from what Figma actually does to their financials, their competition, and what analysts are saying. So, buckle up and let's get started. First things first, what is Figma? In simple terms, Figma is like Google Docs, but for designers. Instead of working on static files that you email back and forth, Figma lets everyone collaborate on design projects in real time, right in their web browser. Think designing websites, apps, presentations, all happening live with your team. It solved a huge headache for designers dealing with messy file sharing and outdated software. But they didn't stop there. Figma has expanded its toolkit with things like FigJam, which is like a digital whiteboard for brainstorming, and Dev Mode, which makes it super easy for designers to hand off their work to developers. They're even playing around with AI to help automate design tasks. Basically, Figma wants to be the go-to platform for everything involved in creating digital products. Now, let's talk about their big entrance into the stock market. Figma's IPO was a major event, and the demand was through the roof. They initially planned to sell shares at around $25, $28, but the excitement pushed that all the way up to $33 per share. And then, on their first day of trading, bam, the stock price more than doubled, closing at over $115. That's one of the biggest first-day jumps we've seen for a big IPO in decades. Why the crazy hype? Well, investors are clearly excited about Figma's potential. Let's look at their financials. The numbers tell a pretty impressive story. Their revenue has been growing like crazy, from just $4 million in 2018 to almost $750 million in 2024. That's incredible growth. They also have fantastic profit margins, meaning they keep a large chunk of every dollar they make. Plus, their customers really stick around and tend to spend more over time. This is a key metric called net dollar retention, and Figma's is super high, meaning their existing customers are a major source of continued growth. Another impressive stat: almost every major company, like Amazon, Google, and Netflix, uses Figma that shows how deeply embedded they are in the industry. It's like saying almost every big company uses email. It becomes essential. But it's not all sunshine and rainbows. Figma's stock price is now very high. When a company's stock price jumps that much, it means investors have really high expectations for the future. This brings us to valuation. Right now, Figma's stock is trading at a very high price compared to its sales. This means you're paying a premium for its future growth potential. There's also competition. While Figma is a leader, they're not the only player in the game. Adobe, with its massive suite of creative tools, is still a major force. Companies like Canva and Sketch also offer design solutions, and the rise of AI could potentially change how design is done altogether. Figma is embracing AI, which is great, but it's still an evolving landscape. Another thing to keep in mind is who's in control. Figma has a dual-class share structure, which means the founders have a lot more voting power than regular shareholders. This can be good for long-term vision, but it also means less, say for investors. So, the big question: should you buy Figma stock? Well, it's not a simple yes or no answer. If you're a long-term investor who believes in Figma's vision, its strong growth potential, and its ability to innovate with AI, then it could be an interesting addition to your portfolio. They're a leader in a crucial space and have a proven track record. However, you need to be comfortable with the high valuation. The stock price has already jumped significantly, so a lot of future success is already factored in. There's also the risk of competition and the unpredictable nature of how AI will impact the design industry. My advice: do your own thorough research. Don't just jump in because of the hype. Consider your own risk tolerance and investment goals. Maybe keep an eye on their upcoming earnings reports and see how their growth continues. Waiting for a potential dip in the stock price might also be a more prudent approach for some investors. Ultimately, Figma's IPO is a big win for the tech world and highlights the demand for innovative software. Whether its stock is a buy for you depends on your individual investment strategy. That's all for today's breakdown of Figma's IPO. What are your thoughts on Figma and its stock? Let me know in the comments below. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe for more in-depth stock analysis. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. I am not a financial advisor. This video is for informational purposes only and should not be considered financial advice. Please do your own research before making any investment decisions.